What's going down? What's going down? What is going down, man? What's good? This is your favorite show, my favorite show. This is Noonish, man. Matter of fact, let me put my watch on. Let me go on and put my watch on, man. Yeah, we got a truly Noonish start today. You know, a little bit after 12. It's all good, man. Hope y'all ready for an excellent show, man. There's a lot going on. So before we get this thing jumped off, just want to introduce myself. I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, man. Back in the building, man. Very excited to be in the building with my awesome co-host. Y'all know who it is. I call him Unc. It's my Unc. Y'all know him as Ronald Bulwer. What's going down, huh?
Oh, man, nothing much. Just chilling, ready to jump on to some of these subjects. And,
yeah.
You know, we're a little more ish than normal.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is.
So we're going to get it in anyway.
Yeah, it is what it is, ain't it? And we good to go. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. It's just, it's a lot going on, man. A lot of beefs going on, you know, some playoff beef going on. There's some, just several things going on in this world. But we can, I'm listening to the show, y'all. Just making sure we sound good before I take my headphones out real quick. It's a little choppy action on Twitch. Hopefully y'all ain't getting no choppy action on your end of the show. But let me see. You sound good. Let me see. You sounding good.
I sound good.
Yeah, I think you sounding good.
Do I sound good as I look?
Yeah. I don't know if you ever do that. I don't know if you can sound as good as you look.
That's hard to do.
You know what I'm saying? That's rough. That's tough on them. That's tough on everybody right there. Trying to match them standards, you know. You got to set the expectations kind of, reachable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You got to set them high. Just in case, you're still way up there. If you don't reach your goal, if you set them high, you're still off the ground. Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely appreciate y'all tuning in and watching, man. Go tell somebody, man. Just go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the show, man. We're growing. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun, man. We're rounding up, coming up on 2,000 subscribers, man. Y'all helping us get there. It's been a heck of a growth spurt right here that we've had in these first few months of the year. And definitely appreciate y'all, man. So, keep it up. You know, if we doing good, let us know. If we doing some bogus stuff, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is an interactive experience, man. So, hey, you got something to say? Jump to the comments.
Yeah, man.
You know, Noonish, I won't reply, but Noonish will.
Mm-hmm. Noonish will reply every time. Every time,
all the time.
So yeah, let's what you think about it? Should we go on and jump in these topics or what?
Go ahead and jump into these topics.
It's been a
lot to talk about.
A pretty interesting week. So let me make sure that we good to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, gotta have the right topics popping up when we're talking here. So, but I think that's it.
Well, you know, I told y'all last week that J.A. is not only the host, he's also the producer.
Yes.
The director.
He
the
is
audio man.
I am him. You know?
I'm just here for support.
Get it in all around, man. So I don't know if y'all had a chance to take a look at the Netflix show. If y'all look at Netflix or watch Netflix, but what does this have to do with sports, J.A.? Why are we talking about Netflix to start off a Noonish episode? And I'll tell you why. Because we had a roast the other day, you know? I don't know when it became a roast. You know, we used to call it scoring on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
It became a roast when they put it on TV and
they had to put
got it in front of the microphone.
Gotcha.
They couldn't call it playing the dozens and
oh, no.
all the stuff we call it.
Oh, no, because they cooking, boy. And it was cooking Tom Brady off the top. I'm talking.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm talking everything was on the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They talking about Tom Brady divorce with Giselle. They talking about, hey, one of them was like, man, it's gotta suck knowing that he was like, hey, you know your wife wasn't going to jiu-jitsu class 8 times a day. You know what I'm saying? How does it feel to know that the guy that took your wife can beat you, you know what I'm saying, can also whoop you, dog? Like you can't do nothing about that, you know? So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and you know, it was some things said that were close to the edge, but
yeah.
But that's what you signed up for,
bro. It was real uncomfortable at times, you know, because we had
Netflix paid them all that money to feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They had Robert Kraft in there. They had Randy Moss, Bill Belichick. So everybody was talking smack about Bill Belichick, and then about a good hour and a half into the show, guess who comes out the back?
Bill Belichick.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was like, yeah, you can forget about this question of who's, whose team is it, who's the reason behind all the championships. Tom, it was obviously you. Bill couldn't even show up to the show today. He's still showing some animosity and all this and that. Nah, man.
Bill came on.
Bill came on with
it. To say too.
Yeah, he did. See, people got it messed up. The media and the person that the media portrays is the image that people take on about people. Like that's who they believe people to be, right? People think that Bill Belichick is some dry, just all football, all business all the time. But then you go and talk to any of his players, that knew him, right? That actually played for him. They say he was a loving guy, good personality, a family dude, nothing like what he portrays himself to be in the media.
Well, yeah. Well, Bill Belichick is pretty smart because he actually did that on purpose so the media wouldn't know who he really is.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And you really don't want the media to know who you really are because they do they'll hit you too close to home.
Yeah, they will.
So he did that to make him think he's one person when he's somebody else.
Yeah.
Far from that, and that was a pretty smart move.
Hey, but they got to him though. They got to old Bill too now.
Oh yeah, they got on him too.
Yeah, everybody, they said they caught Bill sneaking out of some young woman house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bill say he still got to get down with the get downs.
Yeah. Hey, Bill say, oh, we ain't dead.
Hey, they say it was a lot of freaking going on in Foxborough when during that run.
Hey, anytime you go to run a championship, there's a lot of freaking going on.
Yeah.
If it ain't going on, it ain't because they ain't trying.
Yeah,
They're trying to bring the freaking to you. So if you fall for the okey-doke, you'll get something.
Hey, that's on you.
I think Robert Kraft got caught up in living.
Hey, you saw it.
I mean, because the police got involved.
Hey, ain't no thing about it. That's exactly what happened with Robert Kraft. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got in on that little action right there.
Yeah, ain't no thinking about it. Like Robert Kraft got caught up. Matter of fact,
he got caught up in the hype.
Matter of fact, that's the only thing that made Tom Brady mad the whole show was when somebody cracked a Robert Kraft joke talking about. Like that was that was the only thing that was off limits when Tom Brady had to get up and be like, I guess it's the original guy that does the roast, the bald-headed white dude that's lost some weight. I can't think of his name.
Well, Don Rickles started this years ago, so I know whatever he did. But what's that guy's name? But anyway,
you know who I'm talking about.
That was part of the show too for him to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that was all part of the show. Because they all got the bag.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they did.
Netflix paid everybody.
Yeah, they did. It was a good time, man. It was a good time.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
You can tell those guys had a good time. It was a good time sending them all together. Even Drew Bledsoe came out. He was cracking some jokes and everybody had jokes for Drew as well. They talking about, they thought he was dead. Why is he here? The only ring you got it from a hospital bed. You know what I'm saying? Tom, it was fun, man. Nobody was off limits. If y'all get a chance, this ain't no pub. I ain't getting paid for it. It was just fun to watch, man. Go check out the Tom Brady roast on Netflix and imagine yourself being in Tom Brady's seat, man. Because they were talking about everything. What Kevin Hart said, man, just imagine. This dude loved football so much, he left his whole family to go 8-9. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing was off limits, man. It was a very fun evening. I'm sure it would have been a fun night to be there. But go check that out on Netflix, man. Go check that out on Netflix. But next up, everybody's talking about this in the media, man. I don't care what kind of sports topic you got, but it's the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, or Drake and Kendrick Lamar, depending on how you say it, how you view it, man. It's I don't know if you've been listening, keeping up with it. I got a young buck in the crib, so he keeps me abreast of the new releases, and the latest episode and the latest happenings in this beef. So, in my opinion, Kendrick is killing Drake right now. Drake dealing with Kendrick beating Drake so bad Drake in his next, his latest beef rap, whatever you want to call it, battle rap, whatever you want to call it, he wasn't even going at Kendrick. He was defending himself on the whole rap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, Drake, if they're rapping about Drake using AI and having ghostwriters and all that, yeah, he losing.
Yeah.
I mean, because they have pretty much proved all that to be true, especially this last
Kendrick.
Tupac Biggie deal, where he used AI for them. So, you know.
It went personal.
Yeah.
Kendrick did a song, he did a track called Meet the Grams, where he's talking to Drake's son, he's talking to Drake's daughter, he's talking to Drake's mother, talking to Drake's father. All from the perspective of your father is this, your father is that. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this. Like, not saying bad things about Drake, but just
talking to his kids.
You know, we talking about a true artist in Kendrick Lamar. Man, I almost messed up. You saw that?
Yeah. I saw
we talking about a true artist in Kendrick Lamar. You know, going at Drake, and I'm not saying Drake isn't a true artist. Obviously, he is. Drake's been on top of the music scene for over 10 years now at this point.
Yeah.
You know? So, obviously, he's an artist. But Kendrick is killing him right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, if Drake is not writing all of his own stuff, like they say, it's hard for some ghostwriter to come in and really write how you feel.
Yeah.
If you can't tell them, or write a diss song on Kendrick Lamar, but you don't know how I feel, you got to write from how you feel.
Yeah.
So that's probably, you know, and who knows. And these guys, what started to beef anyway? Probably nothing.
Evidently, it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Evidently, someone, you know, made a comment about, you know, about the greatest rappers of this era right now, and I guess Drake and Kendrick and J. Cole were mentioned in this conversation, or whatever, something like this. And then a few months later, there was a tour announced that Drake and J. Cole were going on tour. Kendrick was left off the tour, you know, and this is years ago. And evidently that is what sparked all this. And then Kendrick released a track here, you know, Kendrick released the first track, I forget the name of it, this summer, and going at Drake, and then that's what kind of sparked the beef between everybody.
Like this. If you popular enough, go on your own tour. You don't need Drake, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. And Kendrick absolutely is. You know what I mean?
So what's the problem? Because now if you go on the tour with Drake and J. Cole, who gonna be the headliner? Because the headliner gonna usually make the most money.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be, you know, so if you go on yourself, go by yourself, now you the headliner, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean, and they're all stand alone. Neither one of them need each other. You know what I'm saying? Like this may be manufactured beef. They could have sit down and say, man, let's talk about this.
Yeah, create some publicity.
Yeah.
For both of them. I don't know. I mean, 'cause these young guys, man.
Hey, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels said, you know, a little Sweet Chin Music will take care of all of this.
Oh yeah.
In that WWE ring, you know. But I like what's going on as long as it don't, you know, resort to violence. Yeah. As long as they can show the younger generation how to have a true beef. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a rap beef, a rap battle, whatever you want to call it, going back and forth with each other without anybody getting hurt, right? Because the whole thing is Drake been putting $100,000 on people's heads, is what the words are. You know, is the word on the street. And you know, but they say that he says it's $100,000 for information, you know, on the artist or whatever. But, you know, if I get worried somebody got $100,000 on me, it ain't for no information, bro.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, you know, give me the $100,000 because I know more about me than anybody. Give me the $100,000. I'll tell you all about me.
What you want to know? I got you.
I'll let you know that if you put $100,000 on my head, we're going to have major problems. Yeah. Man. Because if you put $100,000 on my head, your head going to be free to me.
Yeah, man. And it's, you know, Kendrick's just really calling Drake out, you know, and I've heard things about it being like, you know, is this the end of Drake, right? Because he's done some, you know, he just kind of start feeling himself too much.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You get in that position, you start feeling like you all powerful, can't do no wrong, and you can, you know, absolutely hurt yourself.
Oh yeah.
When you're most vulnerable when you're in that position.
But I hope if these guys, you know, just keep it in the lyrics and nothing stupid.
Mm-hmm. And as far as who's got the most money, what you asked earlier, that would be Drake.
Oh, okay. Well,
he signed a $400 million deal with United Entertainment Group.
So whatever Kendrick or J. Cole said, if I was Drake, I'd say, okay, man.
Yeah.
And
no
I just laugh all the way to the bank.
All the way to the bank, man.
That's all I do now.
All the way to the bank. It is what it is. But it's fun to talk about. You know, give us something to talk about in this good show, good podcast space. But we're gonna keep the show rolling, baby. Keep it moving.
Yeah,
keep it trucking along. We're gonna move along to this NBA, man. Ballin'. Did my button not work? I don't think the button worked right there. Let's hit it again. Whoosh. Switch them up. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the playoffs is going on in the NBA right now.
The playoffs?
NBA playoffs?
Yeah.
Playoffs?
Yeah, the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs. Yeah, playoffs are happening.
Start taking shape too.
And hey, we're gonna talk about these Mavericks. All right, let's go ahead and talk about these Mavericks last night. So, Mavericks did away with the Clippers, as we all thought they would, right? Because, of course, you can't trust
nobody on the Clippers.
No.
None of these so-called stars.
Can't trust none of them.
Can't trust Paul George. Can't trust James Harden.
Yeah.
Can't trust Kawhi Leonard. Can't trust.
And you want to know an interesting stat that I heard about the final 8 teams left in the NBA Finals or the playoffs right now?
What?
There's only 6 people over the age of 30. 6.
Yeah.
Only 6 over the age of 30 in all the teams combined, though.
Yeah,
Changing of the guard is what it sounds like.
Sport,
it's a young man's game. It's a young man's profession.
Any professional sports is a young man's
Absolutely.
game. And these old guys, they'll carry on for a while, but it's changing of the guard.
Mm-hmm.
No, everybody, I guess the first time it's been changing of the guard. Man, every 6-8 years it's changing of the guard.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So, man, it's just, it's crazy to hear that, though. And to understand that we talking all the people in that pool, Klay Thompson, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, all the stars from the past that we've known.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They're out there. Giannis, he out.
They're gone.
Giannis,
Dame Lillard,
gone. Yeah.
All the guys that we have, claimed to be top 10 players in this league, they're all gone. And I think it's a beautiful thing because now we're seeing, it's always a question, who's going to take over once LeBron? The league is going to be, just like when Jordan left, who's going to take over when Jordan left? Kobe took over. LeBron took over.
Somebody's going to take over. It's always talent.
Yeah. It's fun to watch.
The only reason that one guy is more popular or gets more pulled than one guy is because they focus on that guy.
Yeah.
But it's plenty of talent to focus on besides those old guys.
Yep.
Because now they not here. Now you got to focus on SGA, Anthony Edwards, and Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
You don't have no choice.
Yeah. Man. Jalen Brunson, it's crazy, but we'll stick with these Mavericks for now, right?
Yeah.
And we'll move on to the other games. But that Oklahoma City Thunder team looks really, really good. And we talking about an organization, they had 8 first-round picks or something like that?
Yeah.
Over a 4-year period or something like that?
And they're paying it out. And they drop them and they
gosh.
And then now they're paying it out.
Yeah. And these boys, they have been through the trials.
They're young.
Had to learn how to play together.
They're number 24, 25, 26, and they've already been through 2-3 years of trials.
Yeah, they're young and they're big and they played together. Like Oklahoma City.
And last night against the Mavericks, they look like a bunch of young guys running around full of energy, not getting tired, playing hard there. The whole 94 feet, because they made the Mavericks look kind of
slow and old, and Luka was limping around, and Kyrie couldn't, just turn it on like he usually do in the second half. Those guys, those young bucks can play, and they're seasoned at this point as far as NBA experience. Maybe not playoff experience, but they have all come up together in the NBA. And you can't. There's not one veteran that's been traded to that squad. Like those are all young guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
sometimes. People put too much emphasis on, he's a veteran. No, but can he play?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of young guys I mean, you know, come in and do it their first, second, or third year.
Yeah.
You don't have to be around forever.
Yep.
Oh, he got to learn how to win. No, he don't. He's just not good. Him and his team is not good enough.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's it.
Because a lot of times they gotta get experience. I mean, you know, now they gotta get better teammates.
Yeah. Yep. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
You know, something got to give is all I'm saying. But
and the Mavericks, and I said it before, it's gonna have a way harder time with Oklahoma City than they did the Clippers. And I'm just gonna be honest. I'm from Dallas and all that, but I just don't see the Mavericks getting past them.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
Well, I mean,
I could be wrong.
And I've seen it before. It happened in the last series, right? Versus the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
Where Mavericks just did not. Let's turn this off. Our first game, it's happened often throughout the years of the Mavericks in the playoffs. Our first game is like, all right, we're gonna come out. It's like we're a counter-punch team, right? We come out in those first few rounds, that first round in that first game, just to see what they got and see what they're coming with. And we study them. We go back to the drawing board. We write down, figure out a way that we're going to take away their strengths, whatever they've shown that to be in that first game. And then we go and take the rest of the series. It happened like that in that Clippers series too. But I've seen that a lot over the years with the Mavericks. Just even when Rick Carlisle was here, that seemed to be the way that he used to, pick teams apart. Even that Miami title, Miami went up on us. And once we figured out, what they were doing and what they were trying to do to us, then, we came back and counterpunched them, and they couldn't recover from the counterpunch. So maybe that's going on.
I got a different theory on that series, but anyway. Well, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm going to tell you this. You can do that with a more experienced team. Yeah. But these young guys, man, if you fool around and let them get some confidence, think that they can beat you, now they harder to beat. Yeah. And then OKC got a lot of young guys that man, they got a lot of confidence. They're a little cocky. Yep. And then in sports, I'm gonna say it like this: they get a little cocky. And I'm gonna leave it like that. They're like a swing. They swing low, sweet cherry. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. They get a little long when you win, and it's hard to do that. On a young guy. Now, a more experienced team, you can kind of fill them out. But these young guys, you don't know how to fill them out, so you got to get up on them and get a little cocky or a little arrogant. And that's what I'm thinking about OKC, is that they're so young and fresh that if they get a little arrogant, get a little confidence, they're gonna be hard to come back on. Yeah, that's that young and dumb theory. Yeah. Like they so young, they don't even realize what they're doing right now. They just going through the motions and believe they got so much confidence and believe in themselves so much. That's why like a bunch of a lot of young major league teams win World Series, because when they get here against the Mariano Rivera, it's like they're too dumb to recognize the moment. And guys that have been dominated by Mariano for years and years, like they already realize they're going up to the plate. I got no chance of winning this, getting a hit right now, whatever I got to do. I got no chance. But the young buck, he's like, going up there, who's this dude? He struck, because this is how young guys think. Oh, he struck them out. He ain't struck me out. Mm-hmm. And that's the way OKC is right now. So the Mavericks got to be very careful about trying to feel them out. Yeah. Period. Because while you feeling them out, they putting you out. Yep, that's it. That is it, man. So you got to be careful on that. Yeah, man. And then the Wolves, man. I think this is the most surprising series so far, man. The way that the Minnesota Timberwolves are handling the Denver Nuggets and Jokic and them boys, man. I'm talking two. It looked like fairly easy wins, and they didn't even have Rudy Gobert in the second win. Yeah, exactly. Didn't even have him. You know what I'm saying? But I said that before that. Minnesota is big, man. They got a big squad. Yeah, they are. And even without Rudy, they still pretty good sized squad, you know. And Anthony Edwards, man, this is the whole thing.
I'm just gonna be honest. I just found out that guy was 6'4", man. I thought he was about 6'6", 6'7".
Who was that?
Anthony Edwards. I thought he was at least 6'6".
He's only 6'4"?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought he was 6'6", 6'7" too.
I mean, from what I read this week, you can look it up right now.
So if that's the case,
I mean, I was like, this guy 6'4" playing like this. So in Minnesota, like I said, right now, and there was another one of these young guys that I don't care if you Kevin Durant, I don't care if you LeBron James, I don't care.
Don't care.
You did that on those guys.
Yep.
And that's the way Anthony Edwards played. You did that to them.
Yep.
You're not doing that to me.
Yep. That's it.
You know, so, you know, and Minnesota's size with Rudy and then Carl Anthony. Man, both Rudy 7'2", Carl Anthony, 7 foot or 7'1"?
Dang.
And I said before the series that, you know, Joker against the Lakers, he was getting 16, 20 rebounds pretty much every game. He not going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the first game.
Oh, the Joker can't get a shot off.
No, the first game, he only got. That's not what's going to hurt him. They're not getting the rebound.
But
the first game, Joker got 9 rebounds.
Yeah. But Joker right now, he can't get a shot off.
Yeah, they're too big.
It's crazy that other Anderson guy that I don't even know him.
Yeah, he's
the other Anderson kid.
Yeah, I think he's 16.
But so you can just see like the size and athleticism has. Denver don't know what to do, and Denver ran through the league last year.
You see the same thing happening to Denver, what Denver been doing to other people.
Yeah,
with Joker, Porter, and Aaron Gordon. They're all 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah,
Denver was just big last year.
But did you know this? The GM in Minnesota is the former GM from Denver. He left Denver and went to Minnesota and built that team like 3 years ago.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So he doing some of that Jerry West stuff.
That boy got the formula.
He doing some of that Jerry West stuff.
Yeah, he got the formula.
Jerry West left 2-3 teams.
And oddly enough, they built that team around Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
He was the first big signing.
Yeah.
And then he gave up, draft picks for it. Right? And
they already had Carl Anthony.
Yeah.
But Carl Anthony, I'm gonna say this, and one of my pet peeves with Carl Anthony, he stay hurt a lot too.
Oh yeah.
If Carl Anthony can stay healthy, man, Minnesota, they're gonna be hard to beat. I'm not gonna start this dynasty stuff. They're gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. No doubt. But hey, we're gonna go. We'll be right back. I gotta make a little technology swap real quick. Here we go. Oh yeah, and we back, man, and we are back. So yeah, we were just talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves beating up on the Denver Nuggets. I think they beat them by like 26?
26, 27, something.
Yeah, 26 points last game.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah,
not like
that's
that.
Without Rudy Gobert.
We knew it would be a good series, or we thought it'd be a good series. That ain't a good series.
No.
They getting blown out, and they look defeated. And, you know, saying Denver looked defeated, that's saying a lot. That's saying a whole lot.
And you know me, like I said, if Carl Anthony stay healthy and Rudy Gobert don't have no more kids.
Rudy got a bunch of kids?
No, you know, he missed the game last night because he was with his dog. No, I'm just
anticipating the birth.
Yeah, but if Carl Anthony stay healthy, you know, I told you a few weeks ago I'm picking Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I'm picking Minnesota. If Carl Anthony stay healthy, I'm picking Minnesota to beat everybody.
To win it all.
Yeah, to win it all.
Man, I ain't picking them over the Mavericks. MFFL around here. You know what I'm talking about? We Mavs fans for life around here. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, I'm a Mavs fan, but
realistic.
I'm just saying, for real.
Minnesota look good.
Minnesota look good.
Hey, Minnesota, they can be good for a long time, too. Oh
no, they ain't going to be good that long because everybody going to want the bag and leave.
You think
they
so?
They going to get their money and leave.
Hey, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. Hey, I'd want all the rings if I was them.
Yeah, but you know, it's all the rings, all the money.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, we got a couple more series. The Celtics and the Cavs. I don't think anybody really expects too much of a fight on the Cavs.
No, the Cavs lucky to be still in it.
Yeah.
You know, and then who else we got?
Then we got the Knicks and the Pacers. And that one, that's a classic battle right there. Yeah. We talking Reggie Miller and Madison Square Garden, how them boys used to go in back in the gap.
Yeah,
you know? That's a classic
right now,
battle.
The Knicks up 1-0, right?
Yeah, but they had to fight for their life to get that. To get up
absolutely. Indiana got a lot of good young guys too.
Absolutely, they do. And they got good size. You know,
and they got good size.
Miles Turner and of course Halliburton is a dog. You know,
Halliburton, that boy can play.
They got plenty of guys that can go. Siakam, who we already talked about out of Toronto, and he's already, you know, they got a guy that knows how to win a championship on their team.
Absolutely,
so that matters as well. So Indiana's a very good squad as well, man, to be looking out for. But man, you know, Jalen Brunson and them Villanova boys, DiVincenzo and Hart, Josh Hart, former Laker. Man, that boy Hart plays with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
That boy plays hard.
Yeah.
And it's them Knicks, man, they refuse to lose. I'm watching Jalen Brunson. This dude is like, you know, he's the little guy that just, you know, he just keeps coming back. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming back.
The Mavs had him.
Yeah.
The Mavs let him go.
Yeah. You said you didn't know we had him?
No, I said no, they had him.
Oh, yeah, we let him go.
But when he was here, he wasn't getting the opportunities.
Well, playing behind Luka is limited, you know?
They're playing behind Luka and Kyrie.
And that dude is not a six man.
But right now, the way he playing, you know.
But I mean, his track record shows it, right? Yeah. He won the NCAA tournament at Villanova.
Yeah.
You know? And then so he's a proven winner. You know, he's walking out of Madison Square Garden. This gave me chills. You know, he was walking into halftime looking up at his national championship banners from Villanova. I was like, oh, this game over.
Yeah,
this game over.
Then he came and put 43.
Yeah.
Say, man, all I'm saying is that he was playing behind Luka and Kyrie, but I'm saying right now he's producing just as much as they are.
He reminds me of a better, bigger, stronger J.J. Barea.
Oh yeah.
Getting to the cup when he wants to.
Yeah, way bigger.
Manipulating,
Oh yeah.
And he also reminds me of Fred Sanford.
JJ wasn't no joke, man. And for 2 or 3 years, you know, everybody played their role with the Mavericks for those 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Hey, you ever seen the Red Fox comparisons?
Of to who?
Jalen Brunson.
Oh no,
I mean, no. I don't think you need to see him to see the.
Oh yeah.
That man look just like Red Fox.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Ain't no kind of to it. only difference is he got braids and a beard. You know, Red Fox had a great patchy beard. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that boy look just like Fred Sanford, man. Fred Sanford out there putting that work in on that court. You know. Up there trying to get that championship, get that dub.
Yeah.
Take it back to
But
Lamont.
I think it's gonna be Boston and Minnesota.
You got Boston and Minnesota?
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
That don't mean it's gonna happen, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yep. Well, you know, I did. Let me see if I can get this. There was another video that I wanted to present. Let me see if I can go ahead and get it on the screen for us. You know, we were talking about that Tom Brady roast. There was an individual that I feel that we should roast at this point in time because he can make it to do everything else seemingly, but he can't make it to do his own job. I think you know who I'm talking about. And what's weird about him not being able to make it to do his own job, evidently he's carrying around a big clock. Right? You know who I'm talking about,
Man, Ben Simmons.
You don't know who I'm talking about,
Ben Simmons.
Oh, ain't that your boy? Ain't that your boy?
Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
To do what? I mean, if you want to do nothing, that's my boy.
That's it.
Hey, if you want somebody to do nothing, that's the man I get. That's the Ben Simmons. Because I don't know what else you can get him for, because he haven't done it.
That's the one to call, huh?
Yeah, if you want to call somebody that feels entitled to a bunch of money for not doing nothing, call Ben Simmons.
Yeah, all right, y'all. So I just had to make this graphic real quick because it wasn't on my screen. I was looking crazy right there with my eyes real wide. But this is what we about to talk about. One Ben Simmons has
Do we have to?
to the Met Gala.
To the Met Gala, but he haven't showed up to one NBA game.
Ain't showed up to the game.
My goodness.
And that boy had a nerve to bring a briefcase with a clock on it. The whole world went in on Ben Simmons.
What
I'm saying?
What's that supposed to mean?
Bro, like, what you need the clock for? You ain't been on time and not now one of your games in years. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, the clock.
Like, what? When you need that clock so you can let us know when you coming back to play? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know.
What I really want Ben Simmons to do, since all his money is guaranteed, just get it and go away, man. You got your money.
Bro.
You got your, $200 million? And he hadn't played, 40, 50 games maybe in the last, 3 to 5 years?
Come on, Ben Simmons.
And then you're going to go to the Met Gala for what?
You think anybody, like, what you think you was going to get out of this deal right here, going to the Met Gala, bro?
I don't understand. Because you're definitely not a celebrity.
You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to stay relevant.
Yeah,
you can't stay relevant by playing basketball. So I guess he went to the Met Gala to try to stay relevant.
Looking like a real broken superhero right there. You know what I'm saying? Like he missed the X-Men. Like he missed the flight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he just. Come on, Ben Simmons. I need you to play some ball, man.
I have very little to say about Ben Simmons because he's done very little.
Yeah.
You know, this is a sports and tech show. If you want to talk about somebody ain't doing nothing, I'll go get one of them guys under the bridge. They ain't doing nothing either.
Hey, this guy.
The only difference between Ben Simmons and the guy under the bridge, Ben Simmons got $200 million to do nothing. The guy under the bridge just didn't get no money. Because ain't now what I'm doing. Doing nothing.
The guy under the bridge probably actually got a skill, though. You know, it's like, man, it's just, the guy under the bridge probably got heart, I should say.
Yeah, he got something.
He probably got heart.
Because he can survive on a day-to-day basis.
Clearly.
Ben, I don't know what Ben got.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Ben got issues, man. Yeah. Ben got issues. But we're going to go on and switch it on over to, my favorite part of the show outside of the tech talk. My favorite new segment, I guess I should say, is y'all know what time it is. How about that? We're gonna ring that bell this week, man.
We're gonna
what we got this week?
Man, we're gonna ring the bell.
Got a little John Havlicek, huh?
They call John Havlicek nickname was Hondo.
Yeah.
How he got that name, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I know that John Havlicek was known for constant movement on the court. Yeah. And, last week when I rung the bell on Jerry West, somebody said, well, Jerry West only got one ring. I said, well, this week, and they act like because Jerry West only got one ring that he didn't do what he did. He still got the most points in the NBA Finals.
He's the logo.
He still got the most points in the series. He still got the most points in a final 7 game. So all that he did, he got one ring. So today, I decided to do a guy that's had 8 rings. He's 8-0 in the NBA Finals. And now everybody gonna say, well, John Havlicek played with Bill Russell. Oh, he did. Yeah. He got 6 championships with Bill Russell left. and got the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
So that don't have nothing to do with. He's 8-0 because I know Michael Jordan fans like say, "Oh, Michael is 6-0 in the Finals." John Havlicek is 8-0 in the Finals.
Man.
And he's a Finals MVP. He got 26,000 points. I'm not sure exactly where they put him on the all-time list, but I think they put him in the top 15 for sure. Because once you get out to, it's only about 4 people in the 30s. Everybody else in the 20s and on down. But I'm not exactly sure. But John Havlicek, the stuff that John Havlicek did, the list is so long. He's a 13-time All-Star, 5-time all NBA, 5-time all defensive team. You know, John Havlicek list just go on and on about the things that he did. And like I say, he won 2 championships. Bill Russell retired in '69. He won 6 championships with Bill Russell. And then he came back in '74 and '76 and won 2 more championships. In 1974, he was the Finals MVP. And like I say, his 26,000, let me see exactly how many points John Havlicek got. He has 26,395, which come out to a 20-point average. And like I say, he's a Finals MVP with 26,000 points, 13-time All-Star. So all these guys, and while I'm on John Havlicek, he played in the 60s and 70s, and everybody say, oh, the guys in the 60s, that's a weak era. But the 60s is the highest scoring decade in NBA history without the threes. Go look it up. Don't believe me. Go look it up. So John Havlicek and the 60 players, they was getting it in. And then John Havlicek took them winning ways on over to the 70s and got him a Finals MVP without Bill Russell. Yeah. So John Havlicek won some rings with Bill Russell and wants 2 without him. And I think John Havlicek may be the only player, I'm not sure, that won championships with Bill Russell and without Bill Russell.
Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. So John Havlicek was
John Havlicek. He played small forward and shooting guard.
Oh, man, that's insane.
And he won the NCAA championship. He did all kind of stuff. Yeah. And the list go on and on. But we're gonna keep ringing the bell. And and every time we ring the bell, there's just knowledge and confidence to play also. So, we just gonna keep on informing, and we're gonna keep bringing up different people every week. And like I say, John Havlicek Hondo was that dude. I have never been a Boston Celtic fan, but I've always respected Boston because Boston got the job done with so many different players. And then after John Havlicek won the championship in 1976, Boston went on a drought until Larry Bird came and they won the title in 82. Mm-hmm. I think 80 or 82. So that 6 or 7 year span, that was the longest Boston had ever been without during that time. That's as long as Boston had ever been without winning the championship, 5 to 6 years. And Boston fans was livid by the time Larry Bird won the championship. Jeez. They were hot. And, and now everybody say, well, all those guys couldn't play and all that. But Bill Russell had some phenomenal teammates. And John Havlicek, after he won the title with, after Bill Russell left, he had some phenomenal teammates too. He had guys like Dave Cowens, JoJo White, Charlie Scott. All these guys were phenomenal. And I can ring the bell on some of those too. But I'm going to ring the bell next week. I'm not sure who I'm going to ring it on. Sometimes I just sit down and reminisce on the guys that I saw that could play. And I said, well, let me go back and pull up some of his statistics. And every time I pull up the statistics, it pretty much matched what I thought about those guys.
That's crazy.
I thought John Havlicek was phenomenal. This was phenomenal. But I didn't know how phenomenal Jerry West was.
Yeah.
Until, when you go back and pull up them stats, you'd be like, man, this guy did all of this.
Yeah, you didn't realize what you were watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to sit back and think that about a lot of these guys that we're watching right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there's been several guys.
Oh, yeah, because right now, the whole thing is criticism is way over the top. If a guy don't win the championship, he can't play. He only got this many rings. He got this many. Man, come on. Just enjoy what you're seeing, because I don't care what they say about Russell Westbrook. At one point, Russell Westbrook could ball.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
I think Russell's biggest problem, he kept listening to what people were saying.
Hey, Russell Westbrook had a great year this past season.
Yeah.
He had a very good season for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Everything went up from LA, but again, as we mentioned last week, and it was funny because I asked you, is it LeBron? LeBron sent out a tweet, said, is it me? Was it me? You know what I'm saying? Sent out a tweet, said something like that, and it takes a special type of player to play with LeBron. And everything that Russell was doing, Russell never had a year like that until he went to LA. I can't recall how many bricks he was shooting off the backboard. He just wasn't in his flow, and he was in a very unfamiliar space and looked like he never played the game of basketball before because of that.
Well, Russ had been doing that. Don't just blame that on the year in LA. Russ had a couple of rough years before that. Down in Houston, he had a little rough year too.
Yeah.
But LA was the worst of all.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing. No, that's a lot of these guys now just don't know how to play with each other. I'm gonna say it like that because you can say it's not LeBron, it's the other guys that don't. If you playing with somebody that's better than you, why should they adjust their game to play with you? You got to adjust their game to play with you.
Yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. But that was never a good match anyway because they're both so ball dominant guys.
Yeah,
talking about Russell and LeBron. I know we kind of switched off and got off what we was actually talking about, but no, man, John Havlicek, and those Celtics teams of old, they just don't seem real. It's a lot like Wilt Chamberlain.
And the best thing about those guys,
stories, like fairy tales almost.
And the best thing about John Havlicek and Bill Russell and all the guys, Sam Jones, Casey Jones, JoJo White, none of those guys were ball dominant.
Yeah.
They passed the ball on a regular basis, and that's why they had 6-7 guys averaging double figures on one team.
Yeah.
6-7 guys because nobody was ball dominant. Nobody was afraid to take the last shot because everybody could shoot.
Yep. That makes sense too. And not only that, everybody had confidence.
Yeah, everybody had confidence because they didn't. The Boston Celtics didn't come down the court every time and say, "Get a ball to Bob Cousy, get a ball to Casey Jones, get a ball." They were just passing the ball. Whoever was open was getting the ball. But now, when the Mavericks come down the court, they got to get the ball to Kyrie or Luka. Yeah, just as simple as that.
Yeah, no doubt. But it works, right? Again,
to a certain degree.
Luka is the number one scorer in the first half in the league this year.
Yeah,
Kyrie's the number one scorer in the second half this year, and that formula has worked in a way that nobody. When Kyrie first came over here to Mavericks,
now we finally see how good does it work.
Yeah, but
it works okay to a certain degree. But now for it to really show that it really worked, I win championship.
Yeah, but it works when you have the right pieces around those guys, right? When you have the Gafford and you got the Washingtons, right? But what if you got someone that's better than Gafford with the same type of qualities? What if you got somebody that's better than P.J. Washington? With the same qualities, right? Yeah. And I'm not saying that there's just a pick of the litter. There ain't that many guys out there that's going to be better than those guys in those positions that they play. But that kind of gives you an idea as to what the Mavericks can be and that they can be successful.
But this is the thing I'm talking about, difference in play. Like back in the day when they come down, you got 6 people averaging double figures. Your low man averaging 12.
Yeah.
And your high man averaging 19 or 18. But you got 2 or 3 up in that 18, 19 area. Yeah. You got 2 or 3 in the 15, 16 area. Yeah. Now you got 2 or 3 in the 11 and 12. So now nobody can double team off of these guys. But if you come to a point in the game where they double team Luka and he have to pass it to one of these guys, I haven't had the ball that much.
Yeah.
So now it's high pressure on me. Yeah. But when you come down and you constantly touching the ball pretty much every time down the court, you got confidence. I'm touching the ball. I shoot here and there. Everybody's shooting. Everybody touching the ball. So if I'm open, I got the confidence. But if I ain't touching the ball,
I'm cold.
And that happens a lot to me in today's NBA. But you'll have 2 guys in 30.
Yeah.
And then then your third guy be 16. then another guy be 11, then everybody else 6'4" and 9.
But that's the thing, though. Like,
that's a new age basketball.
You have to be able to knock that shot down if that's your role.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
John Paxson was getting he might touch the ball 7 times a game. He's gonna hit 4, 5 3-pointers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you're a professional shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like they pay you the millions, they pay you the big bucks to do your job and do it well and efficiently, right? And consistently, right?
Yeah.
Like if I come to you, I know that you're gonna knock that 3 down in that corner over there. Hey, big shot Bob. He didn't knock them all down, but late in the game, it sure it'll seem like you knocked them all down.
Oh, yeah,
you know, Reggie Miller, you got your guys, right? And your whatever your role is, you must execute that.
Yeah.
Like that's a non-negotiable. It's got to happen.
But you got to touch the ball, so I know that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I'm just saying that's just my old man grumpy take is that they just don't share the ball enough, and then when these guys get in this situation where I need to hit a 3. Man, I ain't touched the ball in 5 minutes.
And my baseball comparison, that's like that's like me. I'm on the team as a DH, but I'm playing every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get in the groove, dog. Like I'm barely on. I'm in the box every 3 days, bro. Yeah, and I'm only here to hit.
Now you got to hit.
That's tough. That's tough to ask on any man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to get in the rhythm and the groove when you're not consistently out there. You're not in the game. You don't understand the flow. You don't understand the pace. You know, you're not warm physically. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like doing
warm,
anything cold mentally. Yep.
Yeah.
Straight up. But yeah, man. No, it's these NBA playoffs, man. It's a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited about it because it is the change. We're watching what the next 10 to 15, 20 years are going to look like right now.
We're not going to say that long out. Let's cut it back a little.
We'll say 10 years. Yeah, the next 10 years are going to look like.
Let's say the next 6
because I say that because it's the young talent. You know what I'm saying? It's the young talent right now that's taking over on every team just about. I don't know an old star on any team that's in the playoffs right now. I think Kyrie might be the oldest, and he's got a young Luka on his squad right beside him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to think that Kyrie might be the oldest in the in the playoffs.
Yeah, one of the older guys because he's been around for.
Pretty insane, man. But hey, the NBA is still proving to be fantastic.
Yeah,
and John Havlicek was a dog in his time. But we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Moving on to that NFL. There it is. So, I don't know if y'all saw, but Michael Parsons, what's in that star right there? I know it's hard to tell, but it's Michael Parsons tackling a sumo wrestler, okay? Michael Parsons has gone to Japan. He's not in the OTAs, right? He's not in those training workouts with the team right now. He's doing his own thing, getting ready for the season, as he should be, right? As he's negotiating his new contract, getting ready for his fourth season, I believe it is. Is it third year, fourth year, fourth year, right? So Micah has taken the liberty to go over to Japan.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he is working with sumo wrestlers. Did you see the video of him getting down with the sumo guy?
Yeah.
Micah got that boy up out of there, didn't he?
No, that was a little bitty boy.
Yeah? That wasn't a little sumo guy. That wasn't one of them big boys.
One of them big boys tossed Micah.
Yeah, that wasn't.
That's why I was laughing. They would have got a little sumo wrestler.
Yeah, it was a small one.
Yeah, no, Michael, but he's learning now. Man, a lot of people look at the sumo and they don't understand that the hand fighting, the footwork, and the balances is man, you got to have all that. You got to have all of that else. You know, you ain't gonna be no good sumo wrestler. So the stuff that Michael is learning is actually helping him, you know, in football.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll tell that to anybody. The more sports you participate in, will probably end up helping you in the one that you are best in.
Oh yeah, and a lot of that stuff. That's the stuff I teach Deuce about. You know, D-line. You know, Chris, that first step is great in teaching that part, but that hand work and making sure them big boys keep them hands up.
Keep them hands off for you, man.
Yeah, bro.
If you keep the hands off for you, you can put some work in, but once they put them hands on you, you know, they might put some work in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's the worst place to be when you got a big boy in front of you like that is in his grasp.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's him with handfuls of jerseys like this. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta break them wrists. You know what I'm saying? Swim move, like, you know, it's a lot of things you can do that with your hands that translate from the sumo or martial arts over to football.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And the best thing to do is try to catch their hands before they get them on you. Mm-hmm. When they're reaching for you.
Yeah. So I know you see this Dallas Texans helmet on the screen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the word.
What's the word?
So Kansas City has voted. Kansas City has voted to not pay the $800 million that the Hunt family has asked for from the people around the stadium for the upgrades and whatnot. They have chosen to not pay for that. So word on the street is looks like the Kansas City Chiefs might be coming back to Dallas by 2026, playing at the Cotton Bowl in the original.
What's this, 24?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait a minute. Yeah, this is what. So after this coming up season, then the next we'll see. Oh yeah, this will be the 24th season.
We got the Hunt family that owns the Chiefs, right? They Dallas. That's a Dallas family. Yeah, Dallas prominence, right? I
went to school with the Hunts. I went to school with them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So they
live over off White Rock Lake,
and they own the FC Dallas already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. They got it's the oil family. That beautiful. I call it the Stark Tower. It's overlooking Clyde Warren Park. That's owned by the Hunt family. That's the Hunt building.
The Hunts go deeper than all.
Oh, the Hunts do a lot.
Hey, every time you go to the grocery store, you go look at them canned goods.
That ketchup?
Man, the Hunts?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot of stuff.
Hey, them bushes. You know them bushes in there too.
Oh, yeah.
People don't realize George Bush and Bush Beans is the same family.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
So the Hunts, they go deep, man. They go in all. They go in food.
Yeah.
They go in sports. They go deep.
Hey, and it makes sense for the Hunts to be in catch-up because of that red and yellow squad they got up there in Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That Hunt family.
I would love to see I'd love to see the Chiefs back in Dallas.
What?
I love that.
What? Oh, Jerry get real mad. I love to piss Jerry off.
Hey.
Because Jerry just done ran us in the ground.
Oh, hey, Jerry took all this for granted, man.
I feel like Jerry was not a Cowboy fan when he bought the Cowboys. He might have hated us. Because as soon as we had success, he got rid of the coach and we ain't won since.
Well,
what's
Jerry
he
wasn't, he from Arkansas.
Yeah.
He was an Arkansas Razorback, so he bought Dallas Cowboys because it was because Jerry had a chance to buy the San Diego Chargers and somebody else. But he knew that they didn't carry the weight.
The Cowboys did. America's team, of course.
Jerry only fell in love with the Cowboys after he bought them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't like
no fandom. Yeah.
He loved the Cowboys. He bought them because they was the best investment.
Best business opportunity, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. And the results show.
Yeah, Dallas is the most expensive sports franchise in the world.
I almost feel like he hates the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I almost feel like he hates us. I'm telling you, because as soon as we won, he got rid of the coach.
He loved the Cowboys. He hate the fans.
Yeah, hate the fans.
He don't necessarily love us.
He loved the Cowboys because they bringing that money in.
But for the fans, he don't love us like that.
He don't care about it.
I've been telling people that for years.
It seems.
I've been telling people that.
And hey, every year I'm like, hey, my Kansas City Chiefs, my Dallas Texans, we've been saying this. And now it's kind of getting real.
Yeah.
Eric Johnson twice now has called on another team to come to the Metroplex because we got 8 million people here in DFW, so we can absolutely outfit two teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the teams is the Dallas Cowboys ain't even in Dallas County.
Yeah, they're
in Tarrant County.
Yeah, they're in Tarrant County.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're in Arlington city limits.
So it's like we the Dallas Cowboys, but don't even have a team in Dallas County.
And I'll tell you this, if they do go to the Cotton Bowl, they will rock that house. And And then plus the Cotton Bowl is got $1 billion bond to renovate it.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
The $1 billion bond.
That's going to renovate.
What was that number that they asked for in Kansas City? 800 million. Oh yeah, that $1 billion bond.
That'll override.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna get everything you want. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, and it's gonna look real nice too. and I can't wait to see it, boy. I'm gonna be a Dallas Texans fan. I guess they be Dallas Chiefs. They can't go back to the Texans because Houston.
Well, they have to be Dallas. They have to be the
couldn't make up their own name.
Yeah, they probably be the Dallas Chiefs.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you like this. I have always, me personally, I always had a little affinity for the Chiefs.
Ditto.
I mean, because
they from Dallas. You said you was a Chiefs fan or a Texas fan before
we
you
were
was
going to the
fan.
games way back. We were 5 years old, John.
Yeah.
At the Cotton Bowl. So I was going to the Cowboy and the Chiefs games before the Chiefs left. And when they won when the Chiefs won their first Super Bowl, man, I was a big Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
That wasn't number what 7, 8, no, about 8, 9 years removed.
Yeah.
So when they beat
So this pretty exciting. This pretty exciting for you, right here.
Yeah.
Good news.
And if they come back,
Yeah.
that'll be good for me.
They're like win.
Yeah, they're like a win.
They're like win and come back.
And I need him to come on back while Patrick got some years left. Don't wait till Patrick get old.
Yeah, hey, he signed a 10-year deal. I think he in year 3 of that bad boy. So he got
he got a while
plenty
left.
more. I think he'll have like 3 or 4 more after that.
And then that might make Jerry get off the slide and hustle for the fans a little more.
Actually
right
build a team to win.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. Like you taking all our money, but you ain't getting us
a product that we deserve or want.
We a city of winners around here, man.
Absolutely.
That's our expectation. Just like that's your expectation. So I mean, I don't know where the disconnect is, Jerry. Like quite honestly, man. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, we hype about that. So come on with it, Kansas City. Add to this Super Bowl countdown here in Dallas. How about that? We're going to keep it moving, though. Keep that train rolling. Y'all know what's going down, man. Boxing has been hot. Very, very interesting, nonstop. A lot of headlines, a lot of movement, man, a lot of action, a lot of good fights this year. It's been going on for about 1.5 years now, a lot of good fights.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the other night I said, I picked Canelo, man.
Absolutely.
Because of Canelo's history and who he has fought and how he looked when he fought him. And I was like, I didn't know that much about
Jaime Munguia.
Munguia. I seen him fight, but then the guy he fought wasn't quite up to Canelo's level, so I didn't know how good he was. But I picked Canelo just on Canelo's history.
Yeah, I tell you what. First 3 rounds of this fight, Canelo was Jaime was bringing the fight to Canelo, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
Hitting him with combinations.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, it looked like I didn't know if Canelo would survive. It looked like Jaime might knock him out in 3rd, 4th, 5th round. That's what it looked like. But I also know, I've seen Canelo enough to know that in those early rounds, he's just studying.
Yeah, Canelo
I'm studying. I'm looking.
He was pouring a lot.
Yeah.
He was pouring with that jab. He wasn't really popping it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just like, I'm going to see what all this guy got there when I start getting the business.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He was studying him the whole time. Seems like he was just getting his timing down with him for the most part. His distance, and when he did, I'm sitting there writing. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, man, that either that right hook or that uppercut is wide open when Canelo decides to take it, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, when he started taking it,
he had an opening, hit him with that uppercut, knocked him down in the 4th round. That's the first time Jaime's been knocked down.
Yeah.
And
I think that kind of riled Jaime.
Oh, no doubt.
He seemed different after that.
Oh, no doubt. He felt that power.
Yeah, he seemed different after that.
He felt that power, but he was still
squabbling though.
It took him about 1.5 rounds to get his legs back and to really just shake back from that knockdown. But the guy, he was coming all night. He never backed down. So it was a valiant effort by that young man. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when Canelo fought Mayweather. It's exactly what it reminded me of. Canelo at that point, he'd already had 30 knockouts, 43 fights or something like that when he fought Mayweather. He was only 23 years old.
And he was looking good.
But Mayweather just did what he did, took him to school.
And I'm going to tell you like this. I've been watching Mayweather a long time. But that Canelo fight really was the fight that just won me over the Floyd side altogether.
Straight up.
Because I always said, Floyd not doing that much.
That's when you realize his skill level.
Yeah, exactly.
When he couldn't touch him.
Well, see, you know how it is. Sometimes you get caught up. I even get caught up in the media hype sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like, Floyd can't do this and Floyd can't do that. Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing.
Floyd do what he wants to.
Every
what's
guy
necessary to win.
that Floyd, you know, because before Floyd fought Canelo looked like a straight killer.
Like nobody.
And then when he fought Floyd,
he was
looked
23
like an
and had 43 fights already.
Yeah. But
30
then,
knockouts.
But then when he fought Floyd, he looked like he didn't know when to punch. Or
Yeah.
He was, you know, doing all the.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I just had to sit down and say, man, quit criticizing perfection, man.
It's Floyd.
Because Floyd just.
It's Floyd. It's Floyd that's making all these people.
And then lately, I have come to realize that Pretty Boy Floyd and Money is two different fighters.
Two different people.
Money was knocking people. I mean,
you would think it'd be the opposite.
Pretty Boy
was knocking people out. Floyd was acting like a pretty boy.
Because Floyd Pretty Boy's first 30 fights, he knocked out 20-something people.
Yeah.
Then his last fight, and then he had about, 3-4 broken hands.
Yeah.
So he couldn't punch like that no more.
Yeah.
But Floyd is just...
Yeah, Pretty Boy Floyd he is the greatest ever to do it, right? I'm sorry, in my opinion, because he absolutely mastered the art of not getting hit and hitting people
I saw this,
when I want to hit them. He mastered it.
I saw this clip. Floyd beat the most world champions in the shortest amount of time of anybody in any weight. His punches is the most accurate in history. He made the most money. So what is that telling me?
How can you argue that? How can you argue that he's the greatest of all time?
You know,
like Sugar Ray Leonard gave him the blueprint as to how to make money, right? Sugar Ray was the first to do that.
Yeah,
right. Becoming his own promoter and all that good stuff, right? Yeah. He did it first, but Floyd took it to another level.
Oh yeah, took it to another
whole nother level.
Whole nother level.
And he was he wasn't cherry picking guys.
No.
He was not cherry picking guys.
Yeah, you know, that's the same way like people say, oh, Floyd waited till Pacquiao got old. Floyd is older than Pacquiao. So I don't understand what y'all talking about.
Hey, they say he fought Canelo when he was too young. He fought Canelo when he could fight him. He was 23. What you talking about?
They say Floyd, but he had 40 fights. When you get experience.
You know what I just thought about? Canelo and Floyd about the same age or almost nearly as close as Tyson and Paul.
Yeah.
An age difference.
Exactly.
Maybe 10 years difference.
Floyd, when Canelo, I think Floyd 13 years older than Canelo.
13, okay.
When he was 23,
okay.
Floyd was 36.
Okay, it's significant then. It's a lot more significant than that, but still, it's a gap there.
Yeah, that's a gap.
But Floyd would, people under, what you mentioned earlier, right? You didn't recognize what you were watching when you were watching it.
No, I was caught up in listening to,
I ain't talking about Floyd. I'm talking about other athletes. In the conversation earlier, we were talking about the greatness that you were watching, and you didn't realize it was greatness in the moment until years later when you was like, yeah, all these numbers line up with exactly what I was looking at.
Exactly.
Floyd Mayweather was that dude. I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that. We got people because he was the perfect blend of defense and offense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you got guys that had a little short run that was really phenomenal. Like Parnell Whitaker, man, for 2-3 years, Parnell Whitaker defense was, but Floyd did it for 12.
He's a better professional.
15.
Yeah. He's a better professional.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, might not have had the talent that Parnell Whitaker had, right? Or Parnell Whitaker might have been a little more talented, I should say.
It's hard to say for me to say what at this point. Talent, wisdom in the ring, hand speed. It's hard for me to say what Floyd don't have.
Yeah.
and for me to say somebody might have had this better, but they don't have the accomplishments Floyd got, that's hard for me to say that too.
And the easiest thing that people like to point out is Floyd's power. Oh, he don't knock nobody out. He only y'all didn't see Pretty Boy Floyd, like we already mentioned.
You better go
y'all talking about Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather did that on purpose. He wanted to keep his faculties. That's his favorite word. I got tired of hearing Floyd Mayweather say faculties.
And then not only that, Floyd didn't want to keep breaking his hands.
Yeah, that
if
too.
you keep breaking your hand, you're not gonna have that. you're going to eventually stop fighting if you break your hands every time you fight.
Yeah.
So he just started out pointing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was and the turn from a knockout guy to the best boxer ever. That's phenomenal.
That is right there.
Yeah.
Two different styles, but we'll keep it moving, man. You know, it was a great fight. Canelo got the win as we all anticipated he would. And then Naoya Inoue, he fought Monday morning. That was also a good fight. First time he went down. He got knocked down, got hit with a left hook, flush. Like in the second round of that fight. And I'm talking, went straight down. But he was good, got back up, and continued to do what he does, and dominated the gentleman he was fighting. What's the guy's name? It was like Levis or Levin or Lev. What's my guy's name? I can't think of his name. It was like Levin or something like that. Anyways, got another win. Naoya, I don't know if he's ready for Javante or anybody above his weight class. That knockdown showed me that in that fight. But he is very, very good. Very, very good talent to watch and keep up with, man. He's going to continue to win. I don't see anybody beating him anytime soon. But
we got a lot of guys from 135, 45.
Oh, my God.
Some of these guys got to fight each other and quit talking.
Well, Naoya got to come up. He's like 125, 130. He got to come up to 135.
Yeah, to come on. I mean, but all these guys, you know, Ryan Garcia, Tank, Haney, all these guys, man, they got to fight each other. Quit talking,
man. That's what I like about Ryan and Haney. You know what I'm saying? Going in, they just decided to go on and fight. You know, so you know, they're still speaking of that situation, they're still trying to figure out what's going on with the drug test. Ostarine is the primary drug that has been identified in this, and it's said that that just so happens to be a substance that is found in many supplements. That is not always labeled in the ingredients. So that kind of backs what Ryan Garcia was saying, that he didn't knowingly cheat, right? If it's in there and it's not written out, like if it's not
you know, it's
told
like
me,
this, though.
We don't know
as these athletes that get tested, man, you got to know what you put in your body, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if it's not on the label, though, how do you know?
I don't know, but you got to know.
And they said that I think VADA or USADA, from USADA put out a warning. So that's the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, put out a warning stating that there are several supplements that have these ingredients that are not labeling them.
Oh yeah.
So
that's always, you know, but
so there's two truths here. He did fail, yes, but
Ryan
he also
Garcia,
unknowingly failed.
Ryan Garcia is not the first athlete to fail a test on something that he didn't know.
Yeah.
And you know what they told the other athletes? You got to know what you take.
You got to know what you take. Period. Period.
Whether it's listed or not, you might have to, hire research.
That's the thing. They tell you, you should know what is on. If it's not on the bottle, then that's a problem. And that's why I say it goes back to that Victor Connie stuff.
Oh yeah,
because Victor Connie knows that this substance is in this in these
Victor
products.
Connie know everything. And
he's in there with VADA, and VADA again is the voluntary anti-doping agency. So he voluntarily took this drug test. Yeah, right. And Victor Connie know what's up. And again, Victor Connie's making undetectable drugs, bro. So you can't detect them.
Been doing that since the 80s.
You can't detect them. So how can you fail something that can't be tested? Jeez, this whole subject, is frustrating to me. Like, what are we talking about? Why is it a constant back and forth about whether or not these snack guys are not legal? None of them. All right, they're all taking performance enhancing drugs. We just can't detect them.
Well, anybody that's
what it is.
Ever been associated with Victor Connie for the last, when was the 80s? 50 years ago? 40-something years ago?
40 years ago.
40-something years ago. In the 1984 Olympics, Victor Connie had, 25 people?
Man,
and 23 of them got a medal.
And so, y'all think he just going to change over? Bro, come on.
And then he was in the baseball scandal. No, he been involved in illegal drugs and track and field, baseball, now he in boxing. Like they said, most of the time, level don't change their spots.
Absolutely not.
Level don't change their spots.
Hey, old dog, new tricks, however you want to say it, man. Victor Connie ain't changing, man. He's just trying to figure out how I can smarten up and still beat these dudes. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them dudes. He feels like he's smarter than everybody else in the room.
Yeah, he want to prove he's smarter in the room.
So what's the smartest way to do it? Let me partner up with the people that's trying to bust me, so I can act clean. You can't beat them, join them. Is what it is at the end of the day. So I can monitor what they're doing and what's going on, so I can prevent my guys from Like, it's just giving him more information and more access.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, whatever. Something that's very exciting that's going on, I think is a top topic in boxing right now, is also the Bivol and I can't think of the other guy's name off the top of my head. Anyway, that fight got pushed back because of an injury to the other guy. Anyways, Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin had their press conference, man. And I'm talking about, hey, it's going to be Frank, that's a friend of the show, been on the show. Please go check out the episode. Just released a short with the mini documentary that we created for Frank on there. And also a link is on there to the actual show. So y'all go check that out. Understand who Frank is, man. We had him on in 2021. So we've been on this train, man. Like, one thing that I can say, that I'm proud of is that when it comes to scouting talent, I feel like I got a good eye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not just going to crown somebody that don't deserve to be crowned, But if I see you got the talent, right, and I see you got the work ethic, hey, those two things are hard to come by in the same individual.
Yeah, it's a lot of talented guys. There's a lot of guys want to put the work in.
And you got that pedigree again. Jalen Smith, Notre Dame guy, Dallas Cowboy, New York Giant linebacker, is his first cousin. So the family has got that gene in them, that athletic gene. And Frank, I'm sorry, but I watch his work. I see the work he puts into this thing. And I am putting money on Frank to win that fight that night. You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe there will be an upset that night, right? I'm just saying. And Giovanni's like, oh, he's too muscular, he's too big. He ain't just get muscular. Frank been carrying around that muscle. He just work hard, but he also throw them hands, for rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds.
Well, I'll say this, that it's going to be a good fight, man. Mm-hmm. Because this is what I think. I think that sometimes Devontae is waiting for the knockout punch.
Yeah, no doubt.
But if Frank keep getting him the business long enough, he'll wait a long time. Yeah. And the fight will be over. It's
going to be a fight. And Frank already told him, I don't know if you saw the press conference, but he's like, hey, I ain't here for clout. I'm coming to fight, bro. We going to fight. Yeah. You talk all this talking you doing. When we show up that day, we going to fight, bro. Yeah. So you keep talking.
And I think that
keep all that talking.
Devontae Davis against Frank Martin, he going to have to be a little more busy than he be against.
Absolutely.
Because against Ryan was getting some good punches on him, and he was just waiting there when he caught him. But I think Frank Martin is a little bit more refined than Ryan was at that time.
Yeah, no doubt. Frank's been training with Derek since he started fighting.
Yeah, since forever.
Right? So he's got years under his belt, working with Derek, working with his team. And he's polished, bro. Virgil Ortiz is another 135, 140 boxer that a lot of people are excited about. Frank beat him in Golden Gloves. Frank actually fought 141 in Golden Gloves. So, he fought, stronger, heavier opponents in his past. Of course, that's amateurs versus pro.
Oh, yeah.
Very big difference. But yet and still, Frank got that skill and he got that knockout power.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Tank, he's trying to take on some Ryan Garcia antics for this fight. You can tell. He's just trying to be a nuisance, right? During Frank, after their press conference, they both had their own little sections where, Frank had his cameras he was talking to. Gervonta had his cameras over here. And Gervonta's the big name on the card. You know what I'm saying? So he's acting like big brother right now. He's telling Frank, hey, you ain't him yet, bro. You ain't him. You ain't him yet, is what he said. So when he said that, I was like, so he knows that he's him. He just ain't had that fight yet,
Oh, yeah.
And
then Tank be hanging around Floyd a little, too.
Oh, yeah.
So he's trying to be a little Floyd.
Yeah.
Trying to do a little talking.
Yeah.
And this thing, that's not who Tank is.
No, it's not.
Just be yourself.
It's not. And you can tell he's doing extra, right? He went out and got into it with Devin Haney, in Las Vegas, like 2 nights ago, right? And Devin got nothing to do with this fight. But I think it's just the fact that he is taking what Ryan Garcia did, and he is now mimicking it to raise this fight. Yeah, raise the popularity of this fight.
Not necessarily Ryan Garcia, but Floyd is in his ear telling him what, act up a little, talk a little more.
Yeah.
Do this, say that. I'm just saying Floyd is in his ear some too, and they're taking, and that's the only way that these fights are going to be interesting. These guys are going to have to do some acting before the fight starts. I mean, before the fight.
Yeah.
Leading up to the fight, they're going to have to do some antics. They're going to have to talk a little talk. They're going to have to do a little of this. They're going to have to, they're going to have to do something to draw attention to the fight so the gate can go on.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and I want to say that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, like their pay-per-view buys was astronomical. More than double what Spence and Crawford did.
Yeah, it was.
They put numbers up.
Yeah, they did.
You'd be a fool to not, one thing for sure about that Haney and Garcia fight is that it was successful.
Oh,
and both of them boys got paid. We had a packed house, and there was a lot of people watching that fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Like, you got to take that page out of that book, period. Whether you think it's crazy or not, you want to sell a fight, it's a copycat league just like anything else.
Everything is copycat.
Right? This guy had success doing it. Let me borrow, let me take that, add it to what I'm doing, and see if we can, mimic it, right? Mm-hmm. Replicate that success. So, but looking forward to that fight, man. June 15th. Y'all tune in, man. Like I said, we're going to get out there. Going to try to get Frank in on an interview or whatever. We're definitely going to be out there at media day at the gym before the fight goes down. But looking forward to this fight, man. Going down to Las Vegas June 15th, man. Y'all be there. Check this thing out, man. Check this thing out. We're going to keep the show rolling. Got a couple more topics. Almost done, baby. Had a late start today. F1 news, man. F1 Grand Prix down in Miami this past weekend. Huge event. I don't know if y'all saw the menu. The items on the menu were astronomical. It's all good. But if you're in that type of spot, man, you want to pay them prices. It was $300 for appetizers. Stuff like that. It's all good. It goes down like that. Hey, but you're in the building, you're going to pay for it and have a good time. I definitely still want to go out there. I got to check one out, here in the next few years. I got to check it out.
Yeah. We'll go check one out. We'll go check one
out. But there was an upset, man. Max Verstappen did not win this year. First time ever, McLaren racer got his first win ever. Mr. Lando Norris, congratulations. He's a guy out of the UK, won the Miami Grand Prix. Nobody saw that coming, and he drove one heck of a race. Made great decisions. Had to, stave off Max Verstappen. But great job, man. Congratulations on that dub. Talking a little F1. What y'all know about that F1, man? Y'all know I had the F1 chops like that. Appreciate you, Jonas and Cristiano. You know what I'm saying? I hope I made y'all proud. Proud. We're going to keep this thing moving to something I do know about. A little bit of that in those Texas Rangers. So it's been a pretty year as anticipated, as expected at the beginning of a season when you're trying to understand who your team is. But the Rangers seem to be picking up a little steam. We're currently on a 4-game winning streak. We won 7 out of our last 9 games. Marcus Semien decided to hit the first pitch of the game out the yard yesterday. First pitch he saw that led to a 15-run onslaught.
So what place are the Rangers in?
We're in first place in our division.
Well, every time I look at, I'm not a huge baseball guy. But every time I look and check, the Rangers been in first place almost all year, haven't they?
Yeah.
But every time the Rangers, this guy got hurt, it's looking bleak. Then I look, I'm like, in first place. Yeah. That guy got hurt, he hurt his elbow, this guy looking bleak, in first place.
Yeah.
Everything they say, still in first place.
Still in first place. Yeah, we've been down. But we're still in first place.
That's why I wanted to make sure, because I thought they was in first place.
Yes.
But see, that's how the media is. If you just listen to the talk, you think Rangers are in the middle of the pack.
No, we in first place.
Just listen to, about who's hurt, who's not playing good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's looking kind of rough. And I'm like, man, as long as you're in first place, man.
Yeah.
If you can ride out your injuries.
Yeah.
And all, because baseball, you're going to go through 162 games. You're going through some stuff.
Yep.
So if you can ride out that first part, man, the Rangers, and then you got Bruce Bochy, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it like this. After 162 games, after 80 games, if you still in first place and you've been struggling pretty much through that part, and you got Bruce Bochy, man, you looking like you finna win your division.
You know what I'm saying?
You're looking like you finna win.
Hey, it looks like the worst part is behind us already.
Exactly.
Like,
Seems like the worst. The season is the season's a long way from over.
Yeah, it's a long way. We got a long way to go, but I feel
We
good
still
about
in
what
the,
we're doing.
you know, so far as the seasons go, we're still in first quarter.
Yeah,
We ain't even second
absolutely.
quarter yet.
We just not getting in May.
Yeah.
You know, this is the first month. First
Well,
half.
yeah. You know, and they call him Reggie Jackson
Mr.
October.
Yeah,
Man,
we got
that's
ways to
long.
go. We got a long way to go.
That's a long way to go to get back to the World Series. Man. We got a long way to
I
go.
don't know if you saw last year, but the team was real hot, then real not, and then real hot again at the end of the season. So, you know, we got a little while to see what this is going to be. Yeah.
So, really, I'm not even concerned about the Rangers until they get to 100 games.
Not a bit.
I mean,
not
100
one
games.
bit.
Now, if they got a lot of people hurt, had 100 games, it's kind of struggling. I'm like, got 6-2 left. We got to.
Yeah. Got to do something.
But right now, all the stuff the Rangers went through, and they're still in first place.
Yeah. Yeah, we looking pretty good.
I don't know what to say.
That's impressive. That is
impressive.
That's impressive, man.
Yeah.
So, also, y'all go look at Shohei Ohtani stats, man. What he's doing this year as a hitter. It's pretty wild. Batting almost 350 right now. You know, 8 home runs. Set the LA Dodgers record for most home runs hit by a Japanese-born player already. So, evidently, there wasn't that many home runs hit by a Japanese-born player.
Yeah, evidently not, because he's too hurt.
It
It ain't like he got 50 already. So,
no, it's not.
So is he pitching?
No, not this year. Not yet.
That's probably why he's hitting this a lot better.
Yeah, no doubt. He's locked in.
Yeah.
Locked in. Getting more reps, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the last subject, though.
That's the last subject?
Yeah, that's it, huh?
Well,
time fly when you're having fun. We say, well,
yeah, I just want people to know that we didn't get a chance to talk about my favorite subject, but I'm throwing it in.
Ooh, my bad, huh? Yeah,
no, that's all right. That's all right. Now we're gonna throw a little track and field in here. Yeah. It's mostly high school, and college, because down in Austin last weekend, I didn't go.
Yeah,
and my heart is hurt because actually, out of the last 50 years, I've probably missed. I'm not going 6 or 7 state track meets in the last 50 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
And this is one of the ones.
6 or 7?
6 or 7 at the most. And this is one of the ones I missed because I was listening to the weather and my storm. But anyway, getting past that.
Yep, came with them excuses on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, though.
And like I say, we don't take excuses. Recently, I didn't go. But anyway, 4 teams.
4 teams ran 39.
High school.
That's insane.
39. And a lot of times, if you are not in the SEC and some of these other major conferences, 4 teams in a college track meet won 39.
Yeah.
And the 5th place team ran 40.09. And out of the last 50 years that I'm talking about, I missed 5 or 6, maybe 7 track meets. 40.09 would have probably won 47 of them.
The 5th place team ran 40.09.
Yeah, high school, 40.09. And that's 9 100ths, not tenths of a second from 39.
Man.
So, that was phenomenal. Man from Tascasito won the 100 meters in 10:19, which is pretty fast.
Yeah, man.
And then Duncanville. Well, Tascasito won the 4x1.
Yeah.
But Duncanville got second.
How much did they beat them by? Was it a pretty good margin? Because that record they broke.
No, they didn't break the 39. They ran 38-9. That's all. I think Tascasito ran 39-1.
God.
And Duncanville ran 39-7.
That's a significant gap.
And then then it was 39-8. I think 2 teams ran 39-8, one ran 39-9. 5th place ran 40.09. And then Duncanville came back and broke the national record in the 4x2.
That is insane.
122.
That's insane.
That's awful fast.
And I got to shout out Midlothian Heritage. We got a sophomore female that won the 400 meters.
In the 5A.
She ran a 53.4.
That's
moving.
She a what?
A sophomore.
She a what?
Sophomore.
53. Oh my goodness.
Ran a 53.6. A 53.6. So shout out, I think her name is Angel. Shout out Midlothian Heritage. That's my son's school, you know. Like,
yeah, and
I said, y'all, dudes, how you ain't tell me you had a freak of nature at your school?
53.
That's a sophomore, huh?
That's
female.
pretty fast.
A female.
No, that's pretty quick. That's pretty quick.
Yes.
Cause we got some. That's pretty quick. Yeah, she pretty good.
I wanted you to wrap your mind around that when I said it. You know,
she may have had the fastest time down there of anybody. 6'8", any 8.
It's a good chance.
Because when you put down a certain time, it don't matter about 6'8", 5'8". We talking about times against anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
and the 53.6 that's competitive in any high school women's track meet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care.
Absolutely.
I don't care where you at.
It really
what class you in, none of that matters, man.
Yeah, so that's awful. That's awful good.
Yeah.
And then now, I did miss the high school state track meet down in Austin. But this Saturday in Waco, Texas, is going to be the finals for the Big 12.
In Waco.
In Waco. That's right down the street. I'm not missing that.
Big 12 got some, they got some,
yeah, they got
Texas Tech squad pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they got the guy from Houston. If I mispronounce his name, please, Maswinganda.
Oh.
He's been running 9.9 for 2-3 years now.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't get by it, though. Can't get lower than that 9.9.
I mean, you know, he's won he's won the Big 12 and all that.
Yeah.
But he haven't won the NCAA.
Gotcha.
But he got a good chance.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be some good running. And next week we'll give you an update on the Big 12.
Nice little update on the Big 12 track meet.
At Waco Tech.
Championship.
University of Baylor.
Yeah, you know, it's about that time now, you know.
It's about that time. And
we got started a little late, ended a little bit late. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Hope y'all enjoyed yourself.
But it was still good. I don't know if it was good for you, but it was good for me.
I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yours. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to us this week, man. Had a lot of fun. We'll be back next week sometime around noon.
Around noonish. I got one thing to say before we go.
What's that?
Like, share, subscribe.